with our five-man. And again, we're watching each other, take turns. Guys are trying to attack one-on-one. We have to create for each other.
All right, Rebecca, Luke Kennard, first shot of the second. A lot of it during the regular season, and he said, look, from the first day of training camp, we recognize that teams are going to try to find a way to take Rudy Gobert out of the paint, draw. George maintains his balance. He's out there with Jackson, Mann, Zubats, and Kennard. Clippers are 7 of 14 from three-point territory. Utah's 1 of 9. Jackson, high off the window! Reggie Jackson.
That shot.
So second personal on Ivica Zubats. Shot clock is down to 7. Ingles gives it up. Niang, shot clock winding down. Ingles gets it off in time and connects for 3.
And even that, just the ability to hit that, but the fact that they got a defensive stop and an attack in transition creates a good look, and Paul George continues to knock down.
Missed it. Man forcing the action. On a kick, Mitchell late to get back. Kennard on a bounce, Batum. Extra feed, and Man corkscrews for the bucket and the foul. Very interested. Donovan Mitchell hits on the triple. Utah is in a deep hole, 41-20 with under 8 minutes to go, second quarter.
And 21 points is a lot, but not when you can shoot the three the way they can. The question, though, is can they string together stops? Can they get out in transition and put some pressure on that Clippers defense?
Jackson, who was not even in the rotation when the season started. The flip goes. Without Conley, Joe Ingles has started. That's affected the bench. Less punch for Utah. In the reserve role, Jordan Clarkson, of course, some Favors, some Niang, a little bit of Mieoni, and that's about it.
Yeah, it changes the entire complexion of their team not having Mike Conley, to your point, because it's not just putting Ingles on the bench. It also provides more playmaking on that second unit, which I think helps Jordan Clarkson as well.
So it's been Clarkson who has shouldered the responsibility in that reserve role. 6th man of the year in the NBA. Joe Ingles finished second for that award. Clippers continue to get the job done at the free throw line. 9 of 10. Mitchell forced to give it up. Gets it back with 10 to shoot. Mitchell. Short. Grazes the rim. The rebound to George. Leonard on the floor for LA. George. Big finish. And the foul.
You've got to give the Clippers a lot of credit for the discipline with which they're playing. There's not a lot of mental lapses, understanding what's available to them against this Jazz team. When Gobert is not out there, we talked about it, they go three-point mode when Gobert is on the floor, and they are looking to get to the rim when he's not.
And George is filling up the box score at the free throw line. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Senior at the free throw line. Shoots it at 82%. Hey, put your takes to the test with FanDuel's free over-under game. It's simple. Just pick over or under for each prop for your chance to win. Head to FanDuel.com/over-under to make your free picks before every NBA on TNT broadcast. Morris didn't play major minutes in game number 3. He's just looked fresher and has certainly been engaged on the offensive end. 12 points in 12 minutes for the Philadelphia native. Halfway point, second quarter. Clippers have already put up 49.
And it's really because of how good they've been defensively. Just made the game so much easier for them.
And nothing has been easy for Utah.
But just look at the Clippers, literally, and they don't even have to expend a lot of energy. They're not rotating. They're just basically only focused on keeping Mitchell out of the lane.
O'Neal comes up short, long rebound. Clarkson fires, side of the rim. And they've been shooting blanks this entire half. 26%. Leonard, no look. Morris on a kick, blocking foul, more free throws for Los Angeles.
This has been an old-fashioned beatdown here in this first half. And you can see right now even the Jazz are starting to lose some confidence. A little bit of self-doubt out here on the floor for Utah.
Greg, I don't know if you felt it, but in Game 3, there was a sense that the intensity for LA had gone up a notch. The effort level had gone up a notch. And they still had chances to win Game 1, Game 2. So I think the Clippers, even though maybe the rest of the league began to wonder if Utah was just going to march to the Western Conference Finals, Tyronn Lue and the Clippers felt okay about themselves coming back home.
Yeah, I think the concern I had was they lost the first two and Conley didn't play.
Yeah.
And so potentially now with how things are here, a ton of time left obviously for Utah to get back in it. But that role kind of reverses too for Utah, because you say, you know what, if you told me that we wouldn't have our all-star point guard and we could potentially be 2-2 after 4 games, I think they would take that.
Mitchell, that sweeping move, he's fouled. You know, sometimes we look at the results and you just say, all right, 2-2. But it's how you get there which could affect your psyche.
Yeah, but a lot of times when you, in a playoff series of this magnitude, if you're Utah's not looking at the Clippers and saying if we're full strength, they're 30 points better than us. They know that's not the case.
And I know there are overreactions after one game in a series in the NBA playoffs. The upcoming playoff schedule tomorrow night, big one, critical Game 5. The Bucks and the Nets already announced that James